Hello friends, welcome back to Restart UPSC. So far we have completed 75 questions right in 2018 paper. Now let's start with 76 question. Okay. Now, which of the following led to the introduction of English education in India? Right? Charter Act 1813. Yes. In that they have said to spend 1 lakh for the education, right? Now, after that there comes a debate between either to give Oriental education or a Anglish education. Okay. Based on that only, British government has created this committee, General Committee of Public Instructions. Okay, so this is also there. Next, as I said, there was a controversy between Orientalist and Anglicist, right? Whether to give traditional education or English education. Okay, so even this is also there, friends. Okay, answer is 1, 2, and 3. Now, as we discussed, we need to focus on all the acts, that means Crown Acts and Company Acts, right? Whatever they are there. And also, see here is talking about education. There are many education reforms taken by the British. Okay, it's the intention can be anything, but there are few policies, education policies, and it is there in spectrum. Okay, so we have to read all the relevant chapters on education, especially pre-independence. Okay, since UPSC is focusing on education, and see here these acts as well, provisions of these acts. Okay, now coming to 77 question. Which of the following is an artificial lake? We all know, friends, this is very simple question. It is Kodaikanal, right? It is developed in the British era only. Okay, in the city of Kodaikanal in the Dindigul district. Okay, by Sir Henry. I think it is his name is Henry. Okay, he was the collector of Madurai. Okay, in the year 1863. Now coming to Kolleru, there are a few PYQs regarding Kolleru Lake also. In 2023 also it was asked, right? So this is in between Krishna and Godavari, not on Krishna or Godavari. Okay, please remember this. Of course, Nainital is in Uttarakhand, right? And what you have to do, you need to know everything, at least few points about all these lakes. Okay, in 2013 also we have seen the question on lakes, right? So in that paper also I have said we'll try to make notes on all the lakes in India and also few basic features of it, means few basic information. Okay, any significance is there, those things we'll try to remember. This is a tectonic lake, friends. Okay, now coming to Renuka, it is Himachal Pradesh. So see, Telugu state people who feel that Renuka means we worship Ellamma Talli, Sunkulamma Talli, like there are other goddesses, right? So we feel that Renuka means it belongs to Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, but no. Renuka Devi, this lake is named after Renuka Devi goddess, and it is in Himachal Pradesh. Okay, please try to remember this. Okay. Now, coming to 78th question, with reference to Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Here, friends, we have seen one PYQ regarding recognition of prior learning, right? And also National Skill Qualification Framework, right? In that video, I have said these things are part of Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, right? No, see, directly UPSC has asked this question. Okay, if you had prepared in RPL, this becomes very easy, right? So now what we have to do. See, this question, it is asked in 2018, but it has the potential of coming in the 2026, 2027 as well, right? So, see, PYQs will be repeating this way. These things will help us in the examination. Okay, reading PYQs will also try to reduce our syllabus approach as well. Okay, syllabus is vast, but when we focus on PYQs, at least 50 to 60 questions you can do. Right? See, since all these 5 years I haven't done this correctly, now I am doing it. Okay, hopefully in 2026 I'll be getting the fruits of it. Okay, from my experience I am telling, please try to, whoever are beginners, okay, please try to read PYQs and means try to take as many dimensions as possible from the PYQs. Okay, it helps us in the examination. Now see, we know about RPL and NSQF. Now let's see the statements. This is the flagship scheme of Ministry of Labour and Employment. No, we have discussed it. It is on the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Okay, so this statement is wrong. And we all know that many times, that means 90 to 95% of the times, whenever the ministry is there, usually those statements will be wrong. But in 2025, UPSC gave about Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana, the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. It was correct. Okay, I've thought the same and I've made that mistake. Okay, so please be careful. I'm telling both the things. No, it's not. It, among other things, will also impart training in soft skills, entrepreneurship, financial, and digital literacy. Yes. See, if you are having skills, maybe you have learned in your mother tongue or some informal thing, right? But now what we are doing, we are trying to convert that informal education to formal education. So they will be imparting soft skills, entrepreneurship, and digital literacy, right? Including financial skills as well, right? Basic thing only. No. It aims to align the competencies of unregulated workforce of the country to national skill qualification framework. We have discussed it. This was also question. There is also one question we have seen in the previous videos on national skill qualification framework, right? So this statement is also correct. Answer is 2 and 3. No, nothing much to discuss. We have already discussed about these things in the previous videos only. Let's try to revise this recognition of prior learning, LSQA frameworks, and what are the policies under it, provisions under it, and also this scheme as well. Okay, now let's go to the next question. In 1920, which of the following changed its name to Swarajya Sabha? What is Swarajya? Self-rule, right? See here, home rule. Answer is All India Home Rule League. Okay, this was done by Gandhiji. Okay, we know home rule movement started in 1916, right? In 1920, Gandhiji was made president of this home rule movement. Okay, he named it as Swarajya Sabha, and then in 1920 itself, it was merged into Indian National Congress. Okay, so this is the answer. So this is the answer. Now what we have to do? We have to read about home rule movement and Swarajya Sabha and see Gandhian face. You know, Gandhiji is president of All India Home Rule League, right? Swarajya Sabha. So Gandhiji is also included. No, so Gandhian face. All the movements related to Gandhiji also becomes very important. No, Hindu Mahasabha, Indian Liberation Federation. Okay, we know this is later this became popular known as Justice Party, right? And this was Sea Servants of India Society. It was established by Gopal Krishna Gokhleji, right? So we have to read all these things, friends. Okay, very important. Coming to 80th question. Which among the following events happened earliest? Okay, Swami Dayananda established Arya Samaj. So it was established in 1875. Okay, Dinabandhu Mitra wrote Neel Darpan. See, it was during the Neel Darpan means what? Neel means it is a color. So indigo. So indigo movement at that time, 1858 to some 1859. Okay, 1860s. Keep this in mind. Now coming to Anand Math. Okay, it was Anand Math. It was written by Bankim Chatterjee. Right? It was written in 1882. Vande Mataram was part of Anand Math. Okay, it is in 1882. Now see, Satyendranath Tagore became the first Indian to succeed in Indian Civil Services examination. It is 1864. So what is the earliest? So this answer is B. Very simple. But see, we have to know about the broad classifications of these timelines. Okay, see here. This is about social religious reform movement. Here it is about peasant movements. This is also peasant movement. Right? This is some councils acts. That modification is there. No, that so different dimensions here. Here societal. Right? Here peasant revolts. Here polity. So chronology is also mixed here. Okay, see. If he is asking about the social reformation movements, we can find that okay, we will be reading in one chronological order, right? So we can remember. But he is asking across the dimensions. So even this way also, we have to remember the years, friends. Chronology, right? Now see, we have to read about Swami Dayananda Saraswati Ji, Arya Samaj. Okay, since he is giving Arya Samaj here, we also need to know about all the other social religious reformation movements in Hinduism. Right? See here, Neel Darpan, that means Indigo Revolt. So all the revolts, peasant movements, we have to revise, right? But this is also related to peasant revolts only, right? Now see, he is asking about civil service examination and Satyendranath Tagore, who is the first person. So the political developments are also very much important, right? So we have to revise all these things, especially all that they in spectrum. So in simple words, we have to revise spectrum. Right now, coming to 81st question. Which of the following are the possible consequences of heavy sand mining in riverbeds? Okay, we know salinity increases. See here, he's telling decrease salinity. So this is wrong. Now see, pollution of groundwater. Yes, see, by dredging sand, we are unnecessarily creating different types of mixture of soils. Right? So the groundwater pollution increases. Whichever the chemicals are there, they'll percolate down into the groundwater. Right? Earlier the soil layers were larger because of removing the soils. Right? Now the filtration will become reduced, so all these chemicals get into the groundwater. Now lowering of water table, yes, evaporation will increase, right, friends? Soil moisture will get evaporated. Answer is 2 and 3. Right? Now see here, we have to know about this is asking consequences of sand mining. So there are many consequences of human activities. So pollution chapter becomes very important for us. Right? And especially water pollution. Okay, and also we'll focus on other pollutants as well. Since see in 2024 also UPSC has asked in what are the sources of sulfur, how it is released, right? So all these things we have to read, friends. So nutrient cycles, okay, pollution cycles, right? Now coming to 82nd question, with reference to agricultural soils, consider the following statements. Okay, a high content of organic matter in soil drastically reduces its water holding capacity. It increases water holding capacity. Right? So this statement is wrong. Okay. See, it is nothing but humus content, right? In geography and CRT, it is there that whenever there is humus content, the water holding capacity will be higher. Right? So see, in regarding rainforest, they say that see in the rainforest, if the forest is cleared, now again it can't be grown, despite there is heavy rainfall. Why? Because there are no nutrients, because there is no humus there. Because the decomposition capacity is also higher in that soils. So there is no nutrient content like this. So try to interlink these concepts. No. Soil does not play any role in sulfur cycle. See here, sulfur is predominantly found in sedimentary rocks. It is released into the environment because of weathering of rocks. So this statement is wrong. Of course, this is a very extreme statement. In that way also you can eliminate it. But conceptually we are doing this solution. Now, irrigation over a period of time can contribute to salinization of some agricultural lands. See here, some agricultural lands, salinization. Okay, very positive statement. See here, we are finding these things in Punjab, Rajasthan, right? Because of over irrigation, now the soil is turning saline. Deserts are forming. Right? Answer is okay. Now what we have to do? We have to focus on soils, soil conservation. Okay, desertification of soils, and how they are countering it. All these things becomes very important for us. Okay, now let's go to 83rd question. No, let's start with the 83rd question. The Partnership for Action on Green Energy page, a UN mechanism to assist countries transition towards greener and more inclusive economies, emerged at. See friends, it was emerged at Rio +20. Okay, that means the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development. It was held in Rio de Janeiro, that is in Brazil. Okay, see here, answer is Rio was held in 1992 +20 2012. Okay, this program was launched in 2013 in response to this United Nations Conference. Okay, Rio +20. Okay, it is mainly to coordinate with the countries or the governments. Okay, to develop the green economies. Okay, assist country and in monitoring the sustainable development goals. Okay, and there are four organizations which are running under it. All the UN organizations only. Okay, ILO, United Nations Environment Program. Okay, and UNIDO. Okay, and UNITAR. Please let me know these things in the comment, friends. Okay, then only we'll remember it for longer time. Okay, that's why I'm asking, right? All these things, this page is for they will provide the assistance to the countries. Okay, support and assistance to the countries in maintaining the green economies. Okay, developing the green economy, right? Okay. Now, what we have to read? See, we have to know what is the program page, and see, is always focusing on sustainable development. Okay, Earth Summit, right? Again, Rio +20 Summit. Okay, see, again UNFCCC Paris Summit, right? And see, World Sustainable Development Summit. All these things becomes very important, right? Maybe we'll see in the upcoming exams. Maybe UPSC would have definitely asked about all the at least one of these things. Okay, since it has mentioned in the options. Okay, and we have to read all these things, friends. Okay, it will be there in our conventional sources which we are reading for in environment subject. So from there we can supplement it. Now coming to 84th question, very easy question. 3D printing has applications in which of the following? Okay, preparation of confectionery items. Yes. Okay. No. Manufacture of bionic ears. We have seen. Even the organic things are also being prepared, right? See, artificial meat is coming. Okay, by using the food cells, they are 3D printing the tissues. Now, automotive industry. Yes, of course, we are seeing in many YouTube channels the people who are like college students like us. Okay, not like us. I'm grown up. Okay, few people in Japan or these they are just printing their car wheels. Okay, they are making Spider-Man masks. Right now, see reconstructive surgeries. Yes, these are 3D printing is also used in surgeries. They are printing the heart of the person by taking the stem cells. Right, data processing technologies. Yes, see, without data processing, how can there be 3D printing? Right now, see here, confectionery items. Please don't get confused here. Okay, it is just like like see like candies. Okay, all these things, sugar coated chocolates, all these things. Okay, blindly whenever the questions come in the examination like applications, you check whether these things are possible or not. Okay, try to apply in the real life world. Okay, then, and most of the cases when UPSC is asking about applications like can be used. Okay, in some cases it can be used, or else possible. These type of words will be there. No, usually they will be correct only. But recently in 2024, I think so, the question on hydrogels it is there. No, UPSC has not given answer 1, 2, and 3. Okay, in that sometimes UPSC is playing with us, but we should be very careful while looking at the application type of question. But most of the cases, answer will be one, all of the above. Okay, but we have to be very keen towards those type of questions. Okay, blindly don't put all of the above. But sometimes see if you are not able to attempt more number of questions, and if you don't know what to do, you can find these type of questions, and either you can take risk of all of the above. Okay, for those people I'm telling who are attempting only 70 questions. Okay, those people only. But who are attempting more than 80 questions, please be careful while doing this type of questions. Okay, they're very easy. Application based questions, most of the cases it will be one all of the above only, but we have to recheck it again. Okay. No. 85th question. Consider the following statements. Barren Island volcano is an active volcano located in Indian territory. Yes, this is true. We all know, right? Now, Barren Island lies 140 kilometers east of Great Nicobar. No, it lies to the east of Port Blair. Okay, so what? Second statement is wrong. Right? Now, the last time Barren Island volcano erupted was in 1991 and it has remained inactive since then. See here, friends. If it was inactive since 1991, why would UPSC will be asking this question in 2018? It was erupted in 2017. Okay, in this way also you can think and make this negate this statement. Okay, of course it was in news at that time, so I think relatively it was an easy question for them. Okay, so third statement is wrong. Now see, 3 is there in all the options. Answer is 1. Very easy, right? So what we have to do? Andaman Nicobaras are very important now, friends. And see, we are coming up with a Great Nicobar project, right? There are some terminals we are developing. Okay, even palm oil plantation also we are doing in Andaman Nicobar. So Andaman Nicobar is in news. We have already read for 2025 as well, right? So in 2025, I think question hasn't come on Andaman Nicobar, but there is potential for the upcoming years. Okay, let's try to do mapping of Andaman Nicobar Islands. Okay, this type of barren islands is there, no? So like that only we will try to do. Okay, most important places, right? And whichever there in news regarding Andaman Nicobar also will become very important, right? Now coming to 86th question. Why is plant called Prosopis juliflora often mentioned in news? So here, this is an exotic species. Okay, that means invasive species. If they are present in our ecosystem, they will take all the nutrients, they will take all the inputs and make others to die. Okay, so see here, it tends to reduce the biodiversity in area which it grows. This is the answer, friends. Okay, we just have to know that it is exotic plant that are invasive species. If you know this, getting the answer is very easy. Okay, so here nothing much to explain. Now what we have to do? See, UPSC is asking about invasive species as well, right? So invasive species are not only in plants, they are in animals, fishes, right? So what we have to do? At least we have to make list of invasive species which are in news for longer time. Okay. Now coming to 87th question. Consider the following statements. Most of the world's coral reefs are in tropical waters. Yes, we know they grow in warm waters. Okay, that is approximately some 20 degrees to 30 degrees centigrade, right? And shallow waters, that means the depth should not be more than 200 meters, right? And also in the brackish waters, that means not totally saline but not totally fresh in the brackish waters. More than 1/3 of world's coral reefs are located in the territories of Indonesia, Australia and Philippines. Yes, this statement is true, right? More than one third coral reefs are located there. We already know this Great Barrier Reef, which is part of Australia only. No? Now, coral reefs host far more number of animal phyla than those hosted by tropical rainforest. Yes, this is also the property of coral reefs, where it has the larger amount of biodiversity more than tropical rainforests. Okay, because see here in the rivers, sorry, in the oceans, these coral reefs, they become home for very small tiny species. Okay, so there will be more rich diversity will be there, right? In the forest, trees are only taking the greater area, and few animals will be there, right? So there are more number of species living here. That means more than 25,000 species, it seems. Okay, when I was reading about this, I came to know, right? So this statement becomes right. Answer is 1, 2 and 3. Now see, friends, what we have to do? We have to read everything about coral reefs, right? Its location, location, distribution, its properties, how it is grown, right? Now see, is asking about tropical rainforest and comparison among the biodiversities. Okay, and we have seen one question on the productivity of productivities, right? In that also oceans, rainforests, all are there. So we have to be careful of this type of comparisons also. Okay, productivity of the biomes should also be right, friends. Okay, now coming to 88th question. Momentum for change, climate neutral now is an initiative launched by. Okay, so here, friends, if you know these type of questions, then only we have to attempt. If not, please try to leave these type of questions. Okay, but there is one, maybe UPSC has given one type of clue here, but it's not about UPSC. I think that organization named it in this way. Here, climate change. Answer is UNFCCC Secretariat. Okay. This is not the way to answer this question, but it was launched in 2016. Okay, so it was in news at the time. That's why UPSC asked about it. Now what we have to do? See, we have to read about this momentum for a climate change. Okay, it is mainly for the governments or companies to measure their footprint, to reduce the emissions. Okay, it is a pure purpose of this. Okay, to reducing the global greenhouse gas emissions. Right, and see, now we have to read about IPCC, right? UNEP, UNFCCC, of course, we have to read, and the other initiatives. This is one initiative. There will be other initiatives as well, right? And also World Meteorological Organizations also. Since UPSC has given in the options, right? This can be the potential question for the upcoming years, right? Now, coming to 89th question. With reference to educational institutions during colonial rule in India, consider the following pairs. Okay. Sanskrit College at Benares. It is not William Jones. It was Duncan. Jonathan Duncan. Okay. So first statement is wrong. Remove this. Now see. Fort William College. Here Wellesley is there. It is built by Wellesley only, but not Arthur Wellesley. Okay. It was built by Lord Richard Wellesley. Okay. Richard Cooley Wellesley. To be particular. Richard Cooley Wellesley. Okay, see how UPSC is playing with us. We will be thinking, okay, we know Wellesley, so we'll think that okay, Arthur Wellesley, maybe his full name is Arthur Wellesley, right? But it is there in spectrum. It is clearly there. Okay, it is easy question only relatively. So see, third is also wrong. Answer is 2 only. Yes, Calcutta Madrasa was built by Warren Hastings in 1789, 1781, I think so. Sorry, 1781. Okay, this was built in 1791. Okay, and this was built in 1800 for the civil services. Right. Now what we have to do, friends? See here, we need to read about the institutions whichever are there. Okay, which were built in the colonial era, and also their founders, since it has asked. And one more thing, we have to revise spectrum. Right. Now coming to 90th question, friends. Consider the following pairs: regions and countries. Okay, see here, Catalonia. Yes, it is in Spain. Okay, we know. So first statement is correct, right? See here, friends, this is not a concept. Okay, so there is nothing much to explain. We should know at least this Catalonia is in Spain or not. Okay, now Crimea is part of Ukraine. Okay, not Hungary. So second is wrong. Now see, here 2 is there, here 2 is there. Remove these two. Right, now Mindanao, it is in Philippines. Okay, so what would be the answer? 1 and 3. Right, now see, Oromia, it is not in Nigeria, it is in Ethiopia. Okay, see here, friends, please remember, Ethiopia is landlocked country. Okay, landlocked country. So fourth is also wrong. So answer is 1 and 3. Okay, and now see here, friends, what we have to do. Mainly we have to read about places in news. Okay, at least of 2 years. See, Vision IS will be releasing places in news, right? So we'll take that years and previous years one also. Right? See, maybe UPSC has left. It would have not made question on places in news. Now what it will do? It will pick up few places in news from the previous years on. Okay, there will be few only. We'll try to make notes on it. Okay, sorry, not notes on it. You can we'll read from the Vision IS PT 365. Okay, now coming to 91st question. Consider the following events. Okay, the first democratically elected Communist Party government formed in a state in India. Okay, what is asking? Chronological sequence, right? Okay, he's saying first democratically elected Communist Party government formed in which state of India? That means in a state of India it is formed in a year. It was 1957 in the state of Kerala. Okay. Now, India's largest bank, Imperial Bank of India, was renamed State Bank of India. Okay, this was in the year 1955. Okay, with the RBI has 60% stakeholder in it. Now, Air India was nationalized and became national carrier. See, friends, we already know. Recently, only Tata Airlines they have taken up. They have took over the Air India, right? And before also it was part of Tata Sons only who have started the that aviation in our country. Right from there only government has taken up by nationalizing it. Now again it has come to the hands of Tatas. In this news we have read that it is in the year 1953 it got nationalized, right? Okay, now see, Goa became part of independent India. It was in 1961 as part of Operation Vijay. We have launched Operation Vijay to bring back Goa into our India. Now see, what is the sequence? 3, next 2, next 1, next 4. 3, 2, 1, 4. Answer is this. See here, friends, if these type of questions, maybe we may not remember it correctly. So try to leave these type of questions. Okay. See, the chronology sometimes see, we may think that this would be the last one. Okay. Like, so like that also we will do mistakes. Right? So please try to avoid these type of questions. Okay. If you know only, we'll try to attempt these questions. If not, please try to leave this question. Okay, see, chronology, no, we don't know the years exactly. See here, the gap is also very less, 53, 55. Okay, that's it, friends. Now what we have to do? Post-independence India, this question belongs to post-independence, right? So it is there in our spectrum book also, right? We'll try to revise that chapter. Okay, if needed only. See, hardly 1 or 2 questions will be coming. Why to waste time on it? More than that, if we revise tribal revolts, peasant revolts, at least we'll be getting few questions on it, right? So it is your wish, but since UPSC has asked about it, we'll try to just give a brief glance at it. Okay. Going to 92nd question. Right to privacy is protected as an intrinsic part of right to life. Okay, see here, Article 21. Right, very easy questions. Why do we waste time here? Now what we have to do? We have to read these fundamental rights. Very, very important, right? Okay. Now, coming to 93rd question. Consider the following. Okay, they are given 7 products. Now he is asking, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has announced MSP for which of the above? Okay, see here, friends, he is only giving data to us. That is CCEA announces MSP. Okay, please remember this point. Sometimes what he'll give, CACP will be announcing, he's telling. Okay, but no, this will be recommending and this will be announcing. Okay, now, see here, friends, there are 23 products in the MSP list. Okay, and there are 4 commercial crops only. What are those? That is jute, sugarcane, cotton, and copra. Okay, now see, I am telling, see here, areca nut and coffee. These are commercial crops, but they are not covered under it. Right? Now see, wherever there is 1 and 3, remove it. So 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Answer is 2, 4, and 2, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Now what we have to do? We have to read about MSP. MSP is the most important topic. Right? It is given both times in a year. Okay. It is, as I said, it is recommended by CSCP and it is given announced by CCEA. Right? And there are 23 commodities. Right? 7 cereals. Okay. 5 pulses, 7 oilseeds, and 4 commercial crops. Right? Now we'll try to make list of all those things. Right? We'll try to make notes on MSP, this concept. Okay. For 2024, there is one YouTube channel called Dr. UPSC. In that YouTube channel, he dedicatedly explained MSP in some 30 minutes, I think so. You can watch that video. Okay. I'll try to incorporate that link in the description. Okay. If I don't do, maybe if I remember forget also, please tell in the comment section, friends. See why? Because I'm recording these videos in whenever I'm getting time. That's why when I edit it, maybe I may not remember it or sometimes. Okay. So please let me know, please, friends. Please, I'm not forgetting it or I'm not doing it for comment section sake. Okay, please, I'm just requesting you. If I remember, I'll only put in that. Maybe sometimes if it misses, please let me know in the comment section. I'm requesting you. Okay. Now coming to 94th question. In which one of the following states in Pakui Wildlife Sanctuary located? See here friends, it is located in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. Very easy. Nothing much to explain about it. Okay. Now what we have to do? See, this is a tiger reserve. Okay, if you know the tiger reserves also, it becomes very important. Now see, Manipur, Meghalaya, Nagaland is also given. That means what we have to do? We have to know at least, see, these wildlife sanctuaries he has given, no? So national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, okay, tiger reserves, whichever are there in these 4 states, we have to read, especially these northeastern states. Okay, because more confusion will be there here, right? And we'll try to locate national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. Okay, I said no. I'll try to make state-wise notes on it. Okay, of course, there in the channel called Recall It. Okay, because of whom I am making these videos. He only said how to make videos by using iPad. Okay, by doing screen recording and uploading. Okay, in his videos also, he has given the list of national parks, wildlife sanctuaries state-wise. Okay, there are small videos. You can watch it. Okay, and mapping series is also there by Sarthi AS, Pallavi Madam, and Sudarshan Gurjar sir is also doing mapping series. Okay, you can watch any of these videos. Okay, we'll also try to make notes. See, I have to make notes for myself. So whichever notes I'm making for myself, I will be sharing the Telegram channel. Okay, now let's move to the next question. 95th question. With reference to India's satellite launch vehicles, consider the following statements. Okay, PSLVs launch the satellites useful for Earth resources monitoring, whereas GSLVs are designed mainly to launch communication satellites. Yes, we have said, no friends, when we are doing remote sensing satellites, they are polar satellites only. Okay, they are used for monitoring, but not for the real-time application like communication like this. Okay, no. Satellites launched by PSLVs appear to remain permanently fixed. See here, it is about GSLVs because they are communication satellites. They'll be focusing on only one area. That means they'll be moving with the speed of Earth, and they'll be there in that position only. Okay, they fixed in the same position in the sky as viewed from a particular location on Earth. No, this statement is wrong. Now see, GSLV Mark III is 4 stage. It is 3 stage: solid, liquid, and cryogenic. Okay, the first and 3 stages, no, solid, liquid, and cryogenic, friends. Okay, so this is also wrong. Answer is one only. Great. Now see what we have to do. We have to read about this launching vehicles. Okay, small launch vehicle SLV. Right, augmented small launch vehicle is also there. PSLV, GSLV, GSLV Mark III. Right. So all these things become very important. Especially space sector is very important. We have seen there are numerous questions on it. Right. So, coming to 96th question. With reference to governance of public sector banking in India, consider the following statements. Okay. Capital infusion into public sector banks by Government of India has steadily increased in the last decade. See here, friends, steadily increased in the last decade. What is telling? Capital infusion, right? There was a greater dip in the year 2015 to 16. Okay, it was in news at that time, so that's why this question was made. Okay, this statement is wrong. It was not steadily increasing. It was to some extent it was increasing, and it got a very larger dip. The government couldn't give money to the public banks. Okay, then it got recovered. Okay, now, to put public sector banks in order, the merger of associate banks with the parent State Bank of India has been effected. Yes, this is right. Earlier, State Bank of Hyderabad used to be there. Now all these things are merged into State Bank of India. Right? I think you people may also be having state banks of respective cities. Now it got merged into State Bank, right? Okay, see, these mergers are done to increase the operational, see, to reduce the operational expenditure, to increase the efficiency. Okay, streamline the banking operations. Okay, NPS burden. See, when one small bank has a larger NPA, if it is get merged into larger banks, the proportionality will reduce, right? Okay, the issue will be there, but the proportionality will be reducing, right? So it becomes profitable. Jobs will not be affected. So in this way, merger is done. Here the answer is true. Now what we have to do? We have to read about this banking sector. Okay, recent developments. Okay, right? All these things becomes very important. And see, he is asking about trends, right? So these trends will be explained in the economic survey. So we have to read the economic survey as well. Okay. Now coming to 97th question. Consider the following items. Okay. Cereal grain hulled, chicken eggs cooked, fish processed and canned, newspapers containing advertisement material. Which of the following above items are exempted under GST? Here friends, GST was a new tax at that time, right? It was introduced in 2017, right? So it was in news. That's why UPSC has asked these type of questions, okay? Which are included, which are not included. It is, to be frank, maybe it is a difficult question for, I'm feeling like that. Okay, see here. He's telling advertising material here. But see, newspapers with or without advertisements, they are under 0% slab. Okay, then what is the need of advertising? They would have just kept newspapers, right? Okay, maybe. I don't know, but see, newspapers without advertisements, it is 0% rate only. But see, you know what? These advertisements are charged 5% GST at that time. At that time, okay. So you see here, 4 is not charged, and now see, chicken eggs cooked are also not charged. We think that okay, by cooked, we think okay, it is also a commercial activity. Maybe 5% will be there, but no. See, cereal grains held are also not under GST. These are charged 0% only. The only thing, the fish processed and canned is there now. They are charged for 5%. Okay. So the answer is 1, 2, and 4. See, don't try to read about this question because it's just a generic question because it was in news in 2017. So it is asked in 2018. Okay. Now UPSC is not asking these type of questions. What you have to do, GST is very important. Okay. We have to read about GST and GST Council. Okay. In Polity also we know, right? GST Council is there. Okay. Any amendments we need a special majority. So everything about GST we have to read, right? And also trends in GST also. So sometimes UPSC may ask that the GST collections, the trend is increasing. Okay, rate of collections will be increasing. So all these things will be there in economic survey, right? So we have to read about it. Okay. Coming to 98th question, consider the following statements. The definition of critical wildlife habitat is incorporated in the Forest Rights Act. Yes, it was incorporated. The main purpose of Forest Rights Act is to define critical wildlife habitat, right? To give the rights to traditional and forest dwellers. Now, for the first time in India, Baigas have been given habitat rights. Yes, these people, they were given habitat rights. Now, Union Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Climate Change officially decides and declares habitat rights. Hence, it is not the Environment Ministry, it is Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Okay, so here we have discussed, right? Most of the cases, the statement which are dealing with ministries, they'll be wrong. Okay, see here, this is one example for that. Okay, they'll be true. 2025 question is example for that. Okay, I'm telling both. Okay, please remember that. Don't go with those ideas, with those tricks in the first instant only. Okay, think about it. Then if you're not getting, you can take the risk. Okay, no. So see, she is present in all the 3 statements. Of course, these above two statements are also very easy. Right? Answer is 1 and 2. Now what we have to do? See, Forest Rights 2006, very important. There was question before, and also there will be questions coming from Forest Rights Act. Right? And see, since colonial time, there are many forest policies. Right? And Forest Rights Act is also in news. But I think it is 2006, no? For 2026, it will be completing 20 years. So definitely there will be question on it, right? So we have to read about this act. So I'll try to make notes on it and I'll share. Already I made notes and I shared in the Telegram channel as well. Okay, I'll check there. And if anything is in news, definitely it will be covered in Vision IS Mains PT365 also, because it has completed 20 years, right? Okay, please try to focus on this act. It is very important for 2026. Now, coming to 99th question, consider the following. Birds, dust blowing, rain, wind blowing. Which of the above spread plant diseases? Here, all the above can spread plant diseases. Okay, birds, they carry from place to place. Okay, they move from place to place. So anything, if it is any affected pollen grains or else if it is carrying, somewhere or the other it gets spread. See, dust blowing. Of course, air is a greater medium in transmitting the pollens. Okay, so in this way also disease can spread. Rain, of course. See, what rain does? See, if there are trees or something else, okay, from that water will be falling. Okay, somewhere from one or the other place, water will be circulating, right? In that way also it can happen, right? Wind blowing, of course, the dust blowing, wind blowing, both are the same almost. Right? Answer is D. Oh, nothing much to discuss about this question, but what you have to see here, since diseases is present, of course, there are many questions asked on diseases, and I have already promised you that no, I'll try to make notes. Virus, bacterium, protozoa, this causing diseases wise. Okay, so yeah, let's go to the 100th question. With reference to organic farming in India, consider the following statements. Okay, National Program for Organic Production (NPOP) is operated under the guidelines and directions of Ministry of Rural Development. It is not Ministry of Rural Development. It is under the Ministry of Commerce. Okay, Ministry of Commerce. Okay, see here also the ministry statement is wrong. Okay, no. So one is wrong. Remove these two. No. Agriculture and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority functions as the Secretariat for Implementation of NPOP. Okay, so this is true statement, friends. Okay, these are factual things. Okay, nothing much to explain. Now, Sikkim has become India's first fully organic state. Yes, we know this. Answer is 2 and 3. Right. Now, what we have to do? We have to read about this program, National Program for Organic Production. Okay, it is a program for certification. Okay, and it facilitates the organic products. Right, it certifies the organic products as well. Okay, it also encourages the organic farming and that processing of organic foods also, right? So the other things whichever relating to NPOP, we have to read about it, right? And see, organic farming has become a trend nowadays. We are going towards organic farming. So even what forms the organic farming also we have to read. Okay, so that's it, friends. We have completed 2018 paper also successfully, right? So whichever things I have said in these papers, that we'll try to read about it. Okay, whichever things are part of conventional sources like our textbook, okay, whichever sources we are following, those things we will not make notes. And other things which are there, no, like NPOP, this type of things we have discussed, like some United Nations organizations, their initiatives, reports, all these things. I said no, I'll try to make notes. Okay, you people also try to make notes of your own. I'll also make. Please supplement with my notes. Okay, I'll share in the Telegram channel. Not now. Whenever we are starting for the prelims, right? Then I'll be sharing these notes with you. Okay, so that's it, friends. Now let's end this video here. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Please try to subscribe to the channel. Please like. Please give your valuable comment. If I have done any mistake, please let me know in the comment section. I'll try to improve. Okay, and that's it, friends. If you like this channel, please share to your friends and family who are preparing for the competitive exams. This will be helpful for them and helpful for me as well. Okay, people's engagement will also increase, right? So that's it. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you. Jai Hind.